Hi. Just before the audio starts, I wanted to let you know that I have a Patreon with a continuation to this audio, a part 2 of sorts. So if that interests you, there's a link in the description. And all it takes is $5 a month to get access to tons of exclusive audios from me. But if that doesn't interest you, that's alright. Now, without further delay, enjoy the audio. Oh, thanks. I didn't, I didn't realize I left this here. Is it? I am thirsty. Um, so, how have you been? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. It's, it's good. You know, I have kind of just been hopping around, you know. Yeah, and I wanted to swing by because I think I left a few things in your apartment. And, I wanted to see if I could maybe snag them. Because, I don't want to leave my crap just lying around. You know, I did that enough already when we were. How was, how's school been going? That's good. Yeah, I'm happy for you. Yeah. Yeah, I just, semester's not over, but I did just finish up with a fairly difficult class. It was like, I don't know what you call it, but it only lasted for about half the semester. A little bit over, but yeah, so I only have 4 classes to focus on now, and all 4 are pretty simple, so I have a pretty relaxing rest of the semester. So that's nice. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm probably causing a lot of awkwardness, you know? We both don't really know what to say. I feel like I'm overstaying my welcome. I know, but I don't wanna, you know. This whole thing was really sudden, and you were really nice by letting me come over and, look for some stuff. It was really sweet, and I feel like I'm just kind of encroaching on your day, and I I should probably leave, shouldn't I? Oh, I was looking for Um, I came here looking for, um, my, my water bottle is one thing. I said I didn't know it was here because, um, I hate lying to you. I didn't really leave much here. I just wanted to see you again. And I wanted to. That. That sorry that I said earlier. It wasn't for encroaching on your day and making things awkward. It was more all encompassing than that. Yeah. I'm sorry for how stupid and everything ended up turning out. I'm sorry I yelled. I'm sorry I made you yell. Seeing that face contort into a. Just to contort with those negative emotions. I never wanted to see you do that. Especially if it was because of me. I was an idiot. I was a big idiot. I took a lot of pent up anger and wells of sadness and anguish, and I don't even remember what pulled it out, but I don't know. I don't know where all of that came from. Well, I do, but it was just. A lot of that anger came from something I was going through with a friend of mine. I was trying to help them, and I don't want to go into the stupid details, but I was responsible for a lot of things I probably shouldn't have been, and it just kind of got to me, but I had to be the responsible one for a lot of that situation, and I just kind of shut it down for him. And that just was not the right way to handle those emotions. And I should have found a good way to get them out, and And it shouldn't have been you. It shouldn't have been you. I just remember the face you made when I first started yelling, the confusion, that it wasn't even about you. And I just kept going. The doors were open and I couldn't stop. I just kept yelling at you, and you started to yell back. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No. You don't need to. It's only been a week, but I miss talking to you. I missed you. You didn't deserve the chaotic and just all the bullcrap that my mind was doing. You didn't deserve the release of that. All of that crap that I said, I didn't mean a word of it. I was just angry. I wasn't even angry at you. I could never be angry at you. Even to this day, you were the most wonderful person in my life. And of all the people I decided to take out on, it was you. And I'm sorry. Keg's not on your shirt. It's a cool shirt, too. You don't have to. It's gonna be wet, too, from my tears. I don't expect us to get back together. I said some vile things. Some really, really terrible things. I was just angry and I wanted to just spit it out like venom. I just felt it like burning inside me. And then just something set it off, and one thing led to another, and instead of just leaking it out, it all just erupted. The words I said to you. Look at me. I didn't mean a word. All of those things, I didn't mean a word. It was so wrong of me to attack you like that. I mean, I'm glad I'm a pacifist because, I mean, that was never an option. I could never hate you. I love you too much. Even when I'm angry. But still, those words. It was just the anger. And I know saying that doesn't take back the fact that I said them. I take responsibility for what came out of my mouth. Those vile, poisonous, searing words. I was just so frustrated. And I was so tired. God, I was tired. You deserved an explanation. I've had this problem a really long time, and it got exacerbated by the situation my body was in. This blocking off of emotions. My heart results in this numbness. It knows that it can't be swayed by emotions in the moment because I was the voice of reason, so it just turned it off. But it wasn't like I was just numb. In the moment, all that stress, all that anger, all that frustration, I could feel it. Its claws latching in and tearing down me as I shoved it into a deep and dark hole. It hurt. Every time it hurt. And it kept getting worse and worse. It's like I just had a knife in my stomach, and every time I just dragged it, making the gash longer and longer. Looks like I had acid in my stomach, just eating me away, pulling the rest of me into this echoing, cacophonous room of pain. And I just had to keep shoving it down and down. This was going on for months. Months of just caging every little thing that I was feeling. I could feel it just tearing in my soul. Since we broke up, I've gone to therapy. Not to get you back. I wanted to be a better person. And she said a lot of really helpful things. I'm going to a help group now. People who also kind of struggle with the whole emotional outlet thing. I've met some nice people. Like John. He's fun. I think you'd like him. Yeah, he's a baker. Yeah, the only thing is he's bipolar. Poor guy. He's finally on some medication and he's getting better, but he makes some bomb cookies though. I'll have to bring you some. Um anyway. I said all I thought I needed to. You deserved a rightful explanation and to understand where my head was. And again, not. Look at me. Not a word of anything I said was true. I know that's hard to believe, and that's not me trying to win you back. If that bridge is burnt, then I can accept that. I just want you to know that you are a wonderful, a wonderful human being. Up until the day we broke up, you were the best person in my life. The best person I had ever met. You were still so amazing. So kind, so sweet. And if me coming here and saying any of this does anything, let it just make those words mean nothing. Because they didn't. There was so much anger and malice behind those words, but not for you. God, not for you. I could never get mad at you. You are wonderful. So wonderful. But I still said what I said. I still did what I did, and I understand that. After a lot of reflection and talking to that therapist, I went a few times this week, that I shouldn't expect you to welcome me back with open arms just because I gave you an explanation. I still did what I did. A motive doesn't make the act less horrendous, less spiteful and mean. I did not need to get that personal. I know they were just words, but I could see the hurt they had on you. Those words coming from anyone would hurt you, but coming from me, you didn't deserve that. You deserve so much more. And I'm working on bettering myself, but if that's still a risk, then I understand why you don't want to be with me anymore. I've said all I can say. And my therapist recommended that I mend a few wounds and come here and explain. So I can leave now. That's all I wanted to do. I got everything I wanted to say out. Do you want me to leave? I still love you too. But if what I did is really irredeemable in your eyes, you don't have to make an exception for me. If someone hurts you, you don't have to excuse them. If it's worth it to continue the relationship, then sure. But no one is above taking responsibility for something awful they did. No one is above responsibility. Of course I want you back. There hasn't been a moment since last week that I haven't stopped thinking about you. I adore all of you. Every little section of you I still love. If you're really sure, if you're really, really sure, it's okay if you need time to really think about this, but I would love to come back. I really would. I missed you.